this is Lisa from Life in Layouts, and today I am going to take this one-page sketch and turn it into two. I am using the Lemonade paper from Basic Gray, and I'm not really sure why I showed you that, because they aren't around anymore, and I highly doubt that you'll be able to find this, but wanted to show you what I had. So I am using this sketch from Scrapbook Generations. It is the National Scrapbook Day, which was earlier this month in May for 2019. This was one of their free sketches, so I will link down below where you can get this sketch if you want to try to recreate it as well. I am scrapping these pictures of a very, very good friend, and I wanted to come on today and talk a little bit about this project that I have undertaken for her. And she is the most beautiful soul that I know. She is a gorgeous woman inside and out, and everything about her and everything that she does is just so beautiful. So she had something very tragic happen in her life, and I'm not going to go into details because that's all personal stuff, but there has come a time where she used to scrapbook, and she is not able to do that anymore. And she's asked me a couple of times to scrapbook these just pictures of her life in the past, and I have always said no, because I didn't think that I could take that challenge on. And because it's a very difficult challenge to scrapbook other people's lives, because it's scrapbooking is so personal. At least to me, it is a very personal thing. And even though I see these pictures on Facebook and on other social media, and I have lived some of these experiences with her, there's still pictures are just so personal to me. And so this was something that I just didn't feel like the previous times when she had asked me if I could take that on. But the last time that she asked me, it really stuck with me for some reason that I needed to reconsider my opinion on not doing that. And then I had something happen in my life where I was like, this is absolutely, I need to do this. So all that mushy stuff that I just told you guys about. And I'm doing a Mother's Day page for her because it's Mother's Day, and I wanted to come on and do this layout. So this right now is sped up to 8 times because all I'm doing is just trying to figure out the placements of all of those shapes. So in the sketch, it calls for circles and stars, and I just mixed it up a little bit and put hearts instead of stars. And then there are 3 photos of my beautiful friend and her children that I am using on the left side to match this sketch. And I think this is where I'm saying it's perfect. It's good. I'm going to put everything down. I really enjoyed using this sketch because I'm not a big fan of using lots of small embellishments. Usually I use big chunks of paper and it covers up a lot of the layout, so it makes it easy. And this was definitely out of my element. It was a very difficult challenge for me to do, and I love this page. It's probably one of my favorite pages that I have done this year. It is just a gorgeous page. So stretching a one-page sketch into 2 is probably the easiest thing to do if you have a top and bottom border, because all you have to do is just mimic that on the right hand side and your base of your layout is done. You just have to add your photos and some embellishments. So this is probably my favorite type of sketch to stretch, is the ones that have some type of border at the top and the bottom. So on the right-hand side, I had 3 additional photos, and this is a photo of the cake, or I think it was a cookie cake, as well as that is her little girl's dad, and then her as well at there, and then her little girl's dad being silly on the slide. I added that as well. So this paper, if you follow my channel at all, you'll know that I've been trying to use up some of this Basic Gray paper that I have had in my stash for so very long. And this one, I don't know why I have so much paper of this stack. Apparently this was like a hot thing for me when it came out. And what's interesting is that the white cardstock in this kit so I'm assuming it came with it, is so thin. It's like, it's almost like pattern paper. It's not like cardstock. But then the pattern paper is the weight of the cardstock. So we were definitely backwards back in, I think this was probably 2008 or so when this paper line came out. So we now have it where we have a strong base, and then our pattern paper doesn't necessarily have to be as thick, and our accent pieces, but that's not what we were thinking way back then. So these stickers came in the page kit as well. So I'm going to use them to spell out Mother's Day. And I really had an issue with the Y in this because it should hang down. The tails of the Y should hang down, but it looked weird. And I think it was because even though if you look at the letters in Mother's Day, the E is lowercase, but it's the same size as the other letters, and then like the T and the H looks like uppercase, and the M looks like a lowercase. Those letters were throwing me off. A little confusing there. So I do have these two little flowers on the left hand side, and then I loved what I ended up doing on this border here. I took this border strip and I lined it up to where it tucked into the title and then went down the edge of the page, and then I cut it off. So you only used half of it. And when I flip it over, look how amazing that looks. I don't know what it is. I think it's just because they're all lined up perfectly because it's a sticker, so it's not something that I had put together, and they are just symmetrical going down the side of that page. So I love the way that came out. And then I realized I needed to add the date. So and the red letters didn't have numbers, only the green numbers, there wasn't a whole lot of green in it. I mean, there were a few in the left-hand side, so it pulled it out, but I really wish I could have done it in the red. So then this is where I'm just adding a few more pieces. I tuck this blue heart in, and I try to find a place for it, and I finally realized that I needed to pop it up on some fun foam. Actually, I think I used Pop Dots on these because these hearts were the perfect size for those Pop Dots that I've been just hanging out with because I have switched over to the fun foam. So then I'm going to go through my embellishment book, and I think I've mentioned this a couple times. I got this idea from RTS Scrapbooking. I love it, and I left this part in because you guys normally don't see me. I usually cut away, but I knew that I only wanted to pull out like one or two gold things, so I pulled out this sticker here that I just added, and it said something that made me smile, which I know that these children make her smile all the time. And then that one that I'm putting down right now says love you. So I just wanted some gold accents to these page, so that's why I left that in there, so you guys can see my process for that. I want to wish every single person out there a happy Mother's Day. For those women who have gave birth, who have lost a child, who are wanting a child, who is a step parent, who has fostered or adopted, for those of you who have fur babies, for those of you who are just aunts to your nephews and nieces out there, I want you to know that you are strong and powerful women, and you have the ability to influence each and every child in your life. So please do that. I am so grateful for each and every single one of you for watching my channel, and thank you so much. Happy Mother's Day, everyone, and I hope it is a scrappy one.